Sam. There. Good. Brody, you just lean up against this here like this. You're going to put that hand there. Now, we are going to have... Where do you come from? Thailand. Can you understand me? Okay. You can't? You can? Okay. I'm going to speak slowly. We're going to have 2 practices. I'm going to call the colours for you. You're going to work the gates for me. So when I say orange, you're going to go like that. When I say blue, you're going to go like that. When I say blonde, open up like that. Okay? Cool. Right. Are we ready? Blue, orange, blue, orange, blonde, 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 orange, 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 orange,
This is gonna stop. This is dingy. We should put power in there.
Okay, now, listen. Now, lads, just relax. Relax. We're going to have one more practice. Work the gates again for me. Just relax, okay? Think about what colour you are. Think about where the sheep are going to go. Okay? All good? Okay. Orange, blue, orange, blue, blonde, 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 orange, blue, 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 blonde, 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 blue, 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 blonde, blue, blonde, orange,
What are you on? Oh, what are you?
give them the hand, okay, now, another thing you need to know, how to stop a sheep going into your pen if it's the wrong colour. Do not grab it with your hands, do not try and step in front of it. Wait till the head of the sheep is just here, okay? Brody, when the head of the sheep is just there, and if it's the wrong colour and you want to stop it, the head is there, you shut the gate, okay? Jam the head, okay? Jam that head gently. Hold it, because the sheep can't go forwards, but it can go backwards. Once it goes back, you can fire it into the right pen. You must work as a team. Okay? Everybody ready? One more thing, Sam. The dog. He is belong. So leave your gates set where it belong. Sam, get it. Oh, Sam. Okay, Sam. Get up, Sam.
What? You see the dog?
Come on, get up, Sam. First one's blonde. Come on, alright, did you get them all right? I saw one jump out, so we won't worry about that one, but I think you did alright, it's too bad. I hate it when anyone gets them all right, okay, because it makes the job look easy. Thank you very much, I hope you enjoyed yourself. So, this job we do very often for all sorts of reasons. We call it drafting. When we're sorting our sheep out, we're not looking at the pretty colours on their heads, we're looking at the ears. If you have a look at the ears on the sheep, they have notches that are cut out. The notches tell me 3 main things. It tells me boy or girl. It tells me who the sheep belong to, and It tells me the age of the sheep as well. I need to be able to identify that quickly. Because once there's a fleece of wool on the sheep, I can't see if it's a girl or a boy. I'm going to have to catch it, tip it over and have a look. While I've got it sitting there, to find out how old it is, I need to check its teeth. That's going to take ages if you've got 1,000 sheep out there. We can run these sheep through at 700 an hour. We can sort out 3,000 to 4,000 sheep in a day. These are last year's lambs. Now I know that just by looking at them, but in another 6 or 8 months, they're going to look like anything else on the farm. And we run all different ages together. These are worth $160 each at the sales. I might want to pull them all out of the flock and send them off to the sales. Or I might want to bring out my 5 or 6 year olds and bring them out and send them off to the sales and leave these guys to grow on. So what we do at docking time, which is when the lambs are very young, at about 4 weeks of age, we bring all the lambs in. We put the mums in here, the boys in there, and the lambs in here. We pick each lamb up, turn them upside down, put them on a cradle. We can see if it's a girl or a boy. So we mark the girls on the left here, boys on the right here. We put an age mark in there as well to identify the year it was born. We give them a vaccination, and then we take a tiny little rubber ring and we put it on a special tool which expands it, and we put it over the tails and the boy bits. We take off the boy bits to prevent interbreeding. We release them, they clamp on very tightly. They cut off the blood supply to those body parts and they fall off about 4 weeks later. If we don't tail them, and you can see some of these have got tails, that's going to slow the shearers down. They're not going to be happy if they see tails on the sheep. You might get away with a few, but they're not going to be happy. It's going to slow them down. Also, you can see the tails grow this long, they grow wool. That's going to make it dirty and yucky and smelly. Because the excrement, which comes out the rear end, is going to collect on it. Summertime's coming, blowflies are coming. Blowflies like that area, they go in there, lay eggs. Eggs hatch, turn to maggots, they eat the sheep alive in a week, which isn't very nice. The only thing you can do with a fly-blown sheep, maggoty sheep, is get it in here and take the wool off it and douse it in a chemical to kill the maggots. And then it might survive if you're lucky, if you've got it quickly. And now we have Australian blowflies here at the moment, which they're even more severe because they drop a live maggot. They don't actually lay an egg. There's a time frame that's shorter to get to them. So that's why we do those jobs. Any questions? Yes, ma'am. Because the farmer that owns these sheep missed them. He's picked them up when we've been mustering after that he'd done the docking. That's all. There's always usually a few that you miss.
Up to what age can we take the tails off?
What age?
Up to what age?
Up to what age? Probably about. These guys are now too big to tail. Okay, so I would have thought probably around about 6 months you could still get away with them. Yeah, I wouldn't go too much older. We just live with the tails. Pardon? They would take a hell of a lot longer to fall off, I think, if they fell off at all. Yeah. They just, and probably there's a sinew in there now, a bone, that isn't there when they're lambs. Okay? Right. Let's get one out for a haircut then.
You haven't seen that?
That's it, long
You need one of these to shear a sheep. This is called a handpiece. These are called moccasins. Every professional shearer will have a pair of moccasins and a pair of handpieces as well. We don't shear in boots. Shearing these for comfort. Not only for my comfort, they are very comfortable to wear, but for the sheep's comfort. They don't like sitting on steel cap boots. They're hard and uncomfortable. That's going to make them kick and fight. Also very fashionable, stylish. We must look good in the sheds. They don't have a heel. So that means my feet are going to be in a nice natural position. And that's going to help you with my balance. You need good balance when you're shearing. They don't slip on a slippery surface. This will be very slippery after a couple of hundred sheep being shorn up here. Lanolin oil is coming out of the wool. That's going to make this slippery. Also, we have to constantly oil this as well. So we'll get grip. If this does get kicked out of my hand, and it is razor sharp, if it does get kicked out of my hand or I drop it and it lands there, it shouldn't go any further. Shouldn't be. It'll go through a boot though. Go through a